Lauren Gray. I learned that in Phoenix, Arizona, we have a Scientology quote-unquote historical site, which is a modest home from about the 60s that has been preserved as a time capsule by the group. No visitors or tours are given. It is just maintained as is, complete with a vintage car and lawn chair. I've now come to find out that LRH lived all over the place, and the Phoenix home must not be that special. Just how many sites are, quote, LRH historical homes, quote, and being maintained, and for what purpose? Might David Miscavige or other bigwigs have their personal items memorialized too? Does it cost Scientology very much to maintain all these empty homes that LRH lived in? Are there other LRH memorabilia items preserved? Do these have any similarities to relics like in Christianity, e.g., the toe of a saint? Hey, Lauren, thanks for your question. As far as I know, these LRH historical homes are a project that the church engaged in. I think in the 90s or 2000s, they started putting these things together. There is one in South Africa, in Johannesburg, where Hubbard lived for a while. There is one in Phoenix, Arizona. I believe there's one in Elizabeth, New Jersey. And I think there's a couple other sites. Oh, no, that's the founding church. That's a different property. Anyway, there are these homes. I don't know off the top of my head which other ones might exist. Hubbard was definitely a wanderer, and he got around. Maybe they even got the place that he used to live in Seattle. I can't remember on that one. But these were meant to be little museum pieces, and the idea was that the church was going to offer tours, and they were, you're going to be able to walk this path, and you could, fly around and follow in Hubbard's footsteps. And this was supposed to be some kind of it was supposed to have appeal to Scientologists mostly, but it would also be a public front thing for, increasing the public image and promote L. Ron Hubbard as a person. That is a strategy in the church, is a mainline one, is get public acceptance of L. Ron Hubbard. And through his fiction works, through his philosophy, through his, humanitarian efforts, etc., they want to make L. Ron Hubbard this famous guy, and they want to make him this world-renowned philosopher and writer and artist and photographer and mariner and all these other, professions that he was supposedly a master at. So, the Holmes thing was kind of a part of that overall effort. And as I understand it, 2 Sea Org members are assigned to these properties to maintain and care for them, be tour guides, that kind of thing. And if the homes aren't open, because, of course, COVID this last year, I'm sure shut that whole thing down. But they weren't very popular. I mean, these are not well-known things. And as far as from your question, they're not even promoting for tours anymore. So, so the property just sits there. I'm sure they own it outright. They're not paying rent or leasing them. And they really only have to accommodate 2 Sea Org members to keep the place up. So, Scientology tends to go in fits and starts. It tends to, go strong and hard and then peter out real fast. And so I'm pretty sure this whole effort with these homes has already petered out, as we've seen. And maybe it'll be revived, but it'll probably just, continue puttering along. It's a way for the church to invest some of its money back in on itself in a way that is easily demonstrable to the IRS, that is a promotional action and something they're doing to promote the church and its founder. So they definitely, it's a legit way to spend the tax-free income so that they can continue being tax-free, right, have their tax-exempt status, and a way to promote Hubbard. So that was the intention with it. And like everything else in Scientology, of course, it's a bit of an utter failure.